Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream, just Richard edition. I am Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum, and it's just me today, so this is probably going to be a pretty short stream, but I wanted to make sure I did something this week. So picking up where we left off last week, we were working on an extension to do secret codes. And so I have loaded that extension up right here, and I've been making a few changes to it. Mainly, I've just been putting in some utility stuff that I thought might be useful. So now there's like a block for setting where the text prints. There's one for clearing text. There's is text currently printing, and there's something for setting the page pause time. These blocks are in a terrible order right now, so I'm going to fix that real quick. But then I will generate a share link for this, and we're going to use this to make a new game. And I'm thinking today is mostly going to be an art stream, because we have an idea for our game. This was something that I don't remember who came up with it. It might have been Joey, but we want to do catastronauts in space, and so we're going to have. It works really well actually with the secret language thing, because they speak a different language on whatever planet these catastronauts have landed on. But we're going to start doing a tile set for this game and maybe some art for some catastronauts. And I think it's going to be like a top-down Zelda type game. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's load up our code for our extension real quick. And I'm just going to go to where I defined all of the blocks, which is down here. And I'm going to give each of these guys a weight. So if I just put in weight equals, higher weights go to the top of the toolbox. So I'm just going to give a weight to every one of these blocks in the order that I want. So I want the print dialog ones to be at the top. So I'm going to do weight 100, weight 90. And then this one I want to be below is printing. Actually, these are kind of already in the order that I want them. So, oh, not 170. 60 and 50. You don't have to do multiples of 10. I'm just doing it because I like to leave wiggle room, because if I add more blocks later, then it's nice to be able to say, like, this one has 55 if I want it to be between the 50 and 60. You don't have to do that, though. It's up to you. All right, there we go. Much better order. So we basically just reversed the order of these blocks. And with that, let me go ahead and just make a share link for this real quick. There we go. And I will drop this in chat in case anybody wants to use it themselves. All right, so let's make a new project. We're going to call this one Catastronauts. I think that's how you spell catastronauts. I don't know how else you would really. And we're going to go to extensions, and we're just going to paste that share URL in. And you see we have secret codes. I go ahead and click that. And now I have got the secret code category down here, which has all of my blocks in it. And just to make sure everything's working real quick, we'll just print out some text. This is some test text. I did not do punctuation or lowercase letters, so you really have to make everything uppercase right now. And we'll put the foreground color as pink and the background color as white. And let's see if this works. Nice. All right, cool. So we printed out some text real quick. And if I wanted to make this, if I wanted to customize this a bit, I added some things where we now have a print dialog and pause until done. So this one will wait until it's done. We also have one for setting the time that it pauses at the end of the page. So if I were to put in like 3 seconds here, it would print the text, then wait 3 seconds before going to the next one. And then I have this set text bounds, which is useful for choosing where it actually shows up. So I could make this like, I don't know, just put in some random numbers. Oh, whoops, got to set it before I call print dialog. There you go. See, now it's printing inside of this tiny square instead of the bottom half of the screen. So anyway, we've got that all figured out. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's start doing some art. So I'm going to be doing Should I do an 8x8 tile map or should I do a bigger tile map? I don't know if we've really done a top-down game before that used an 8x8 tile map, so I guess I'll do that. Going to go to extensions, going to add arcade tile util right here. And let's drag out an 8x8 tile map. And because I'm going to be doing the art for this game, this one is definitely going to be a like lower number of colors palette, I think, because I just find that the easiest to do. So I'm going to do 2 colors, I think, to start, and maybe I'll do 3. But I'm wanting this to have kind of like a fantasy Zelda-y vibe. So we're just going to do a few like classic tiles right now, and we'll go from there and make more as we need them. So to start off, I'm just going to choose 2 random colors because I can always switch them later. Let's do just some like grassy vibes. So I'm going to make some grass tiles, and I'm going to do just the easiest grass tiles ever, which is that. Take this, fill it in, and there we go. We've got some grass. Let's go ahead and do some other stuff that's going to be useful. Something I can use is like a path or a road. So I'm going to make some things that look kind of like stones that have been used to pave something. So there you go, like that. That's okay, but let me mess with it a little bit. I'm going to put this over here because right now it's a little bit too close to this one right here. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay for now. You know what? Maybe I will do more colors for this game. I think that's not a bad idea. So I will, instead of doing this dark green for the paving stones, let's do something else. We'll do this purple. There we go, gives us a little bit more contrast from the grass. All right. And let's make some other things. So, it'd be nice to have some buildings because if we're going to be finding people who are going to be talking in a secret language, they got to be somewhere. So let's do a building. And I don't think I've definitely never done a building with an 8x8 tile set. So this will be interesting. Let's see, I'm going to make this building. I guess let's go with brown, and we'll be kind of doing like a wood thing. So this thing that I'm doing right now is going to be the door. So I'm just going to outline the door, give us a little bit of an outline, and fill this in. And I'll add more detail to this in just a second. But now we are going to do the walls, and we're going to give it kind of a wood vibe. So I want it to have boards. So we're going to divide this into 2 like this. So we have this upper one and this bottom one. And we're just going to do a little cross thing like this, put in some nails like that, and see how that looks. Not amazing, but it's fine. Let's take our door, and I'm actually going to give it a red door frame. And a doorknob. Okay. Let me do that. Nice. Okay. So I don't know. This is something. We can make this look a little bit better if we take this tile and we kind of bevel off the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these raise up 1 pixel, kind of like they're on a diagonal. So it gives it kind of a look like it's curving. And I'm also going to darken it on this part where it's going upwards. So we're going to move this to dark purple, and we're going to move the brown to be, actually, that's kind of tough because normally I would, both of these are colors that I would darken by moving to dark purple. So I don't know, let's just do this for now. And I'm going to duplicate this and do the same thing on the other side. So move this up 1. Do that, just get rid of these. There you go. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on this, but it's not terrible. I do hate the red, though. I'm going back on that decision. We're going to make this just light purple. That's a bit better. Okay, we're going to do a roof now. So for the roof, I'm thinking this one can be a bright color. So maybe I will do red for this, and I'll probably end up switching it, but this will be fine for now. And the way I like to do roofs, I gave a little tutorial on this the other day, but I have a predefined way of doing roofs that I definitely did not steal from The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So don't even go check those roofs. You don't need to, because I promise you, I did not steal this. Where what we're going to do is we have this like outline almost. And we're going to be using this to kind of make a little bit of a fake 3D effect. So we're doing this like this. I'm going to go ahead and edit this and put some lines across. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I did too many. I want to get rid of this, get rid of this, do this here, like that. There we go. And I'm going to take this, duplicate it, and flip it horizontally like this. There you go. This looks awful, but that's because we need to move it in so that it's not overhanging this much. Like that. And let's give us a little bit more room to work. So we're going to move this down. And I definitely made a bad decision with choosing the colors that I'm going to use. So I'm actually going to go into here and change these colors up. So let's make it a blue one. And instead of having this purple, we're going to swap this to be a lighter color. So we'll just use this tan for now, I think. Like that. Let's go over here, and this is a much harder thing to change. So we're going to use the replace. So the replace is you choose your background color, you choose the color you want to change it to. So in this case, I want to change the red to be blue. Then you just do Shift-R, and that replaces all of the pixels. So let me do the same thing for the purple. I'm going to change this to be this cream color, like that. And do this here too. So select this, Shift-R, select this, Shift-R, and there we go. All right, we're going to do the back of this now. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm realizing I kind of made a mistake here. I want this. No, that's not going to work. And we'll just leave it like this for now. So let me do the upper parts of this roof. So I'm going to fill this in with blue, and I need to do a vertical version of the side panel, which is basically going to look like this. Like that. Not quite. We need to let's see, move this over one like that. And something's still not quite right here. This is fine. Fill in blue right here and do this. Take this, duplicate it, and flip it. And then we just need to do the back part of this roof. So we're going to take this thing that we did for the corners in the front and kind of do the corresponding thing for the back. So first, though, I always find it easiest to do the top part first. And it's going to look actually very similar to this. But we're kind of trying to create this 3D effect. It's kind of what you would imagine it would look like if you were looking at it straight on, but at like a slight angle, like tilt shifted a bit. So I want this to be, I'm going to take this one to start and edit it. And we're going to do a little bit of a shift like that, and go ahead and fill in the grass here because that's going to be poking up from behind, and fill this in. And let's see what that kind of looks like. Yeah, more or less. But what we want to do is we have this filling in, but we're going to take our side and kind of go like this. And that's definitely not right. I know I messed this up last time too. Let's see. I think it might actually be easier if I scrap this one. So get rid of here and grab this one and do it based off of this, because this has the correct profile that I want. It's just I want to take this upper part that we have right here, and I'm actually going to copy it down so that everything lines up. And then I'm going to take this part over here and make this green. And oop, definitely messed that up. Yeah, all right, we're getting there. Yeah, all right. So we're going to duplicate this and flip it like that. And now we just need to do the part that is crossing the top. So I'm actually just going to duplicate this and blank this out. Go this across, go this across, like that. And there we go, we have a roof. Now, if we wanted to make this look a little bit better, we want this roof to be overhanging the sides a little bit. So I'm actually going to take these side tiles that I did, and we're going to move them in 1 pixel. So I'm going to take this and just kind of move over. We're going to get rid of these nails. They've served their purpose. And we're going to put in this green like that. So now we have a little bit of an overhang on this side. And let's do the same thing for this one. We're going to take this. We're going to move over. Well, nope, not quite. We're going to select this and move over 1. And then fill this in with green. There we go. Now we have our overhang on both sides. And if we want to make this look a little bit better, one thing I like to do that's just kind of a nice little touch is add a chimney. So to make the chimney, I'm going to use this purple. Just get something that looks kind of chimney-like. Let's see, fill this in with this, fill this in with this, and there we go. We might want to move this. Nah, that's fine. Nah, I don't like it. Get rid of it. T-Phoenix says, hi. You streaming solo today? Yep, just me. We'll see if Hassan joins at some point, but this might be a short stream just because it's just me. But hopefully we'll be back more on our regular schedule with everyone soonish. We'll see though. All right, what can I do to make this look a little bit better? One thing is add a window. So, well, first, let me keep trying to make this chimney work. So I think the main thing I need to do to make this chimney work is I need to move it back a bit. So I'm actually going to chop off the top like this. Go. We're going to put this right here. And now I'm going to edit this tile. Let me duplicate this. And I'm going to put the top of the chimney over here. So we're going to do this, fill this in, and I do not think I lined this up correctly. Nope. There you go. That looks better, though. I like that. So let's finish up this little building by putting in some windows. So this is going to be kind of annoying because I think I have to actually spread this window across 4 tiles, which, that's not going to be great. So you know what? Maybe we'll skip the window for now because I want to do some other art too. But oh well, this looks like an okay house. It's a house with no windows, which is weird. Can I let this stand? Yeah, it's fine. All right. So we got a house. Let's go ahead and do some characters now. So we want to do catstronauts, and we're going to make our characters pretty small because we have an 8x8 tile map. So let's see if I can make a cat in 8x8 that looks recognizable. And I am, of course, going to be basing this cat off of my cat, AutoZone. It's nice to put the eyes kind of offset like this, because then you give like a little bit of a depth to it. Now I'm just going to put in a little tail. I wish I had like one more pixel. Let's move this over. When I'm doing 8x8 characters, I always like to just do legs and no arms, which was something that I saw done in a game called Super Crate Box by Vlambeer, which is a super fun game. It is a game that is very easy to waste a ton of time in. Let's see. QFink says, I made an extension for using delta time in blocks. Oh, that's useful. Delta time is one of those things that I always miss when I'm in blocks from JavaScript, because it basically gives you the time between like each frame, which you can use to do a lot of stuff, especially physics stuff. It's useful to correct for time to make the physics all kind of accurate. All right, so let's do some animations for this guy. And we're going to be using my character animations extension for doing that. So let's go down to here and do character animations right here. And I'm going to copy this guy as a basis and drag out a loop frames. And we're going to start by doing a run animation. And let's see, I did not give myself much room, did I? No, I've got enough room. That's fine. I just needed to make sure I had one pixel up top. 8, 8. There we go. And I love doing running animations for small sprites, especially small sprites that have things that can be bouncy. So I'm definitely going to be doing that with the tail here. So we're going to have our cat first kind of move up like they're stepping forward. And so when you're stepping forward, you have one foot that is off the ground, whichever foot is being moved. And you have one foot that is on the ground, and you have them kind of switching places. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to duplicate this frame, and I'm going to move one of the legs closer. Well, both of the legs closer. Now we're going to do one more frame, and they're going to have swapped places. And one more frame, and now they're on completely separate sides. And now we're going to do one more frame where we go back to our original position, kind of go back down. And if we go ahead, let me lower the time on this animation and hit play, we can see we've already got a nice little like walking animation thing going on. I'm thinking maybe I need one more interstitial frame here. So it's a little jumpy right now. And I think I need to like put a frame right here where we have, this frame will look funny by itself, but will make more sense with the animation. Just one leg because they're on top of each other. Let's see. Oh, that's in the wrong place. Move this up one frame. There we go. Okay, so now we can see the thing going right now. But this looks very robotic. You know, we're moving up and down. The tail is staying perfectly in place. That's not how the tail would look. So to make this work a little bit better, we're going to take this tail and we're going to animate it a bit. So when you go upwards, the tail is going to kind of sag back down a bit. So we're going to have like it get more shaped like this. Then we're going to have the tail kind of return to its original position over a few frames. And finally, when we are going back down, so this is the one where we go back down to the original position, we want to have the tail kind of move inwards because we are get rid of that, because we're moving downwards and, you know, the tail is kind of getting left behind. So I don't love this, but I think this might be the best of I can do with these limited number of pixels right now. So we'll stick with that for now. And let's go ahead and hook this up to our sprite. So we're going to do move my sprite with buttons. We're going to do this when facing right and moving. And now let's move our sprite to the right and see what we've got here. Let's move a little bit slower. We're kind of very fast right now. So we'll do 50, 50. Yeah, okay. I don't hate that. This is good for now. So let's go forward with this. We're going to go ahead and do the left version now. So let's do facing left and moving. And we are going to take these and just flip them all. Now, when you're doing a top-down game, you also want to do facing top and facing bottom. That's kind of a pain because it is a lot of animation you have to do to support all of those things at once. So to make this a little bit easier on ourselves, what we're going to do is cheat a little bit because we're already using this like pseudo 2D perspective. One thing I like to do is when I'm facing downward, all I do is choose one of the directions I already have. So we're just going to face to the right. And this might seem weird, but it'll make a bit more sense when you see it in motion. And when we are facing upwards, so let's go ahead and make this one facing up, I choose the opposite direction, and I just get rid of the eyes. Because we're facing away from the camera. And I'm going to go with all of these, and I think I'm going to reduce this time a bit. So let me actually make a variable for this. No, I'm not going to make a variable. Just type it in. We're going to do 75, I think. All right, there we go. So you can kind of see how this works when you're facing upwards and facing backwards. Obviously, this is kind of cheating, but I mean, it looks like I'm facing backwards right now, right? So one thing I could do to make this facing forwards a little bit more convincing is instead of having the eyes to the right like they are right now, just center them. So I would just take the eyes and move them over like this. So we're just facing straight forward. Oops, I think I accidentally added a frame there. Whoops, there we go. Cool. Yeah, all right. The walking forward looks a little bit weird, I have to say, but we're going to stick with this for now. Let's do idle animations. So for idle animations, I don't want to do idle animations in all 4 directions, but am I going to be able to get away with that? I don't know. Gosh, I really like top-down games, but I hate animating them. It takes forever. Okay, so we're going to do facing right and not moving. And for this one, we're just going to not move up and down. We're just going to have our character sitting, and we're going to have the tail going wild, because that is what my cat AutoZone likes to do. His tail just goes all over the place. Okay, slow this down. All right, that's something. I don't like this frame. Oops. So we're going to try something like that. Right. No, that's no good. I just need to add some more frames. Let's see. So we have this one kind of going over here. Let's see, then we have, let's do this, and then repeat this frame and put it right here. And then, nah, I liked it more the way it was. Okay, there we go. Facing right and not moving. Let's just duplicate this and flip it for facing left. Whoops, not rotate. Ooh, I forgot to change the condition on this one. So this one should be facing left. There we go. I get in. All right, so there we go. We got a nice little facing right and facing left idle animation. But when we go up and down, we just kind of freeze. So we have to do those two. So we're just going to duplicate this one for facing down, and we're going to move the eyes over for these free frames. So just like I did before. There you go. So this one's facing down. And now for facing up, oh, I want this one. And we're just going to get rid of the eyes. Hi, Lucas. So for the folks who just joined, we are starting the art for our Catstronauts game. So I have, we're kind of doing like a Zelda-y vibe for the planet, I think. And so here's a little cat character I have made. I also made this tile set, which is an 8x8 tile set that's got this house, path, and grass. And we're probably just going to be doing mostly art today. So here's one good character. Let's go ahead and take them and make a variant. So I'm going to make a function for this. Let's make a function, and we're going to call this create auto. And we're just going to return this sprite at the end, like this. And we're going to move this, take this move buttons and move it out. And we're going to rename this to be tip sprite. So tip sprite. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and call this function so that we still have something going on in our game. So we're going to call create auto, and we're going to call it with the move my sprite with buttons. So there we go, back to where we were. So let's go ahead now and create another one. And this one is going to be based off the other cat who is near and dear to my heart, which is Shannon's cat, Holly. No, I misspelled create. There we go. Let's see, Otto now has 5 games and Ollie has 4. Oh, really? We got to make more Ollie games. Okay, wait, let me pull up a picture of Ollie on my phone. Got to make sure I get his coloring right. Yeah, all right, that's what I was thinking. So Ollie is primarily white, but he has got some gray that goes up on his face, kind of like this. And we're going to give him green eyes to get a little bit more contrast. And then he has gray that kind of comes up in stripes. This is not the best rendition of Ollie that I've ever seen. But we're working with a limited number of pixels here. So one thing I might do to make this look a little bit better is to mix in some of this cream. So I'm going to, let's see, maybe just make him cream for the most part, and then mix in some brown with this. Still doesn't feel like Ollie to me. All right. We're just gonna go with this, I think. I'll probably tweak it later, but this is good for now. So we're gonna copy this coloring around to all of our animations. It's gonna take a little while, but it'll be worth it. So we're going to do the tail as brown. Then we have like this, I think. Is that right? Yep. Then we do teal, teal, and ears like this. Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to keep doing this. And I think now that we have 2 characters, that might be it for today. Think about what other art I might want to do. Yeah, it is going to take a while. Don't worry though, I'm going to do some copying and pasting to make this go at least a little bit faster. Once I've done the base animation, it gets much faster to instead just use the base animation and edit it instead of doing the recoloring for every frame and every one of the animations. In the meantime, has anyone been playing any fun video games lately? Please mention it in chat. I finished Tunic. It's very good. I highly recommend it. It's a fun game where you can just play it as a Zelda game, or you can take the time to solve all the puzzles and things. And I think it's really rewarding in that way. So Lucas says, I have been working on Dungeon Rush and found a way to make a 15 by 20 tile map to be pasted on a much bigger tile map. I'm not sure what you mean by that. There you go. Okay. Now that we've done this one, instead of doing the entire thing over again, we're just going to copy this down here and do flip, 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 flip. There we go. For this one, we are going to take this one and just move the eyes like we did before. So go ahead and I'll just blank out all the eyes and then redraw them. So that they are centered like that. And then for the backwards, we're just going to put this right here and just get rid of the eyes altogether. Oh, whoops. Wait, what just happened there? Odd. Looks like I messed up a few places. Let's go ahead and fix that. Flip, flip. There we go, that's better. Good. Now get rid of that and select this one and just blank out the tops, the eyes. All right. Okay, let's see. I could put one smaller tile map on a much bigger one and got something like this. I will check out that link later. I did beat the Cloudy Climb DLC in Phoenix Quest. It was very fun, except the wind level was punishingly difficult. But I liked the mechanic. It's just, oh my gosh, it needed a checkpoint in there somewhere. Oh, and Gideon has been working on a geometry dash. That's cool. I actually do geometry dash for my, sometimes I run workshops and things where I'm helping, kids learn to code using MakeCode. And whenever I do that, I do a geometry dash game in arcade because everybody knows geometry dash and it's a lot of fun. We also made a good one on stream at some point. Oh, whoops, did that wrong. That's all right, there we go. Now I can just do the flip thing again. And Lucas, you're so right. I need to do flip all. Should have done that in my last round of shortcuts I added. See, the wind was easy to make. I just used the code for the punches wildfire. Wildfire sends them out and makes the punch much less. That makes sense. It is easy from a coding perspective. I totally get that. And it's a fun mechanic. It just the level was kind of long, and so if you mess up, you get sent back to the beginning. But I like it a lot. Okay, and now for the last one, we're just going to copy this right. And 3 more frames and we're done. There we go. All right, let's test this out. We're gonna call our create Ollie right there. And there we go. Now we got a little Ollie cat. All right, cool. Let's see. Opened up a lot of possibilities. I was running out of level ideas for the game, so thanks Kiwi Phoenix for telling me to add that. Yeah, that is a good way to open up more possibilities in a game that you're making, is to add a mechanic. A lot of platformers especially are based around that. Like Celeste kind of has all of these different worlds that you go through, and each world kind of is themed around a mechanic, and it works super well. Celeste is a great game. All right, well, with that, we've got the beginnings of a little game right here. I'm happy with the art we have so far. So I think I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully there will be more than just me tomorrow. But keep an eye on the forum because, like I said, stream is still going to be a little bit sporadic in the next few weeks just because we have a lot of stuff going on right now. But in the meantime, I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.